Hey everyone, and welcome to Cozying Up with the Clear Cut, where we get up close and personal with women that inspire us. Today we sat down with Rachel Liverman, founder of Glowbar. We talk all things skincare and how to launch your own business. Listen here. Welcome to Cozying Up with the Clear Cut, where we get up close and personal with women that inspire us. Today we're sitting down with Rachel Liverman. She is a third-generation skin expert, dog mom, and the CEO and founder of Glowbar. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
So I'd love to learn kind of about your journey. How did you get into skincare, number one, and start this amazing, successful business that you have?
Yeah. So like you said, I'm a third generation esthetician, but my grandmother pioneered skincare in the US. She started the first aesthetic school in the country in Boston. So I grew up going into our salons and spas and schools, and it was just like in my DNA, you could say. I think I got my first like facial when I was like 8, and like my mom was waxing my legs at 10. So it was the world I lived in. And then I was in beauty for a decade, and then didn't take care of my skin. And
you didn't take care of your skin?
No, I was like the cobbler's son without any shoes. I was always being asked by my mom, like, when are you going to get a facial? And I'm like, I haven't had one in years. And it really was because it was not accessible and it was too time consuming. And I didn't want to go do it because it was just a production. And so I was like, well, I think we need to reinvent this, the facial experience. And so that's what we've done with Glowbar.
So when you had this idea, like what were your first steps into like founding Glowbar, and how did you know this concept would like work and people would like catch on to it?
Yeah. Oh my God. First step. So I always tell people I'm a big believer in like things happen for a reason and that the universe is like playing into everything, whether you believe it or not. And so really it was that I just started taking little steps. So I always say like, I just created an LLC. Then I created an incorporation. And then I hired a branding person, and everything just kept falling into place. And that was like the signal to me that it was meant to be, and that it was what I was supposed to do. And this was my journey. And then, we just were really thoughtful about the customer experience, what we were creating, what we were providing and delivering to the customer, making it the most efficient 30-minute facial with professional grade products that you can find in the world. And I think with that attention to detail, it made the customer get really excited about what we're doing, and continues to. And really, like, we started with a singular mission, which is to help people feel confident in their skin, which I think is something near and dear to me. I've had bouts of like insecurities, and I don't always feel confident even today, and so that's what's important to us. And so we led with that, and we're mission led every single day.
And so when you first took those small steps, were you like working full-time elsewhere, and this was kind of something that you did on the side, or were you dedicating, like taking the full leap and dedicating full-time?
So the first 6 months I was working somewhere else. So I did this nights and weekends. I let my employer know, and they were so supportive. They're like, they probably in their heads were like, yeah, good luck. Okay. Like, see ya never. But
were you working in beauty full-time?
Yeah, I was. I was working for a company at the time called Beauty Blender, running biz dev, the sponge that we all know.
The sponge that I used this morning. Yeah.
Exactly. And so Rianne Silva, the founder, she's like, a dear friend and just like an amazing entrepreneur herself, was probably like, yeah, go girl, like try it. Good luck. Like, but don't like do it, because we all know how hard it can be. And then, 6 months later, I was like, wait, it's all working. It's all coming together. I think I should put all my effort into it. So during those 6 months I was a single woman at the time. I saved money and like got myself into a position where I could dedicate myself full time.
And where was like the first location that you launched?
Yeah, Tribeca. So on Duane Street in New York. And it's our OG, and it caught on really quickly. So we were really excited.
Can you explain the concept of Glowbar for everyone?
Yeah. So Glowbar is your fluff-free facial. We are highly effective and highly efficient. So Glowbar is a 30-minute facial only. So there are no add-ons. You can't stay for longer, even though we love you. You can come for multiple appointments a month, but we just do a 30-minute facial. And in that 30-minute facial, we do everything that like a professional grade esthetician or other salon or med spa would do. We just boiled it down to 30 minutes. And what we took out was washing your face. So you do that for us at the beginning. massage, and steaming. And so we left all of the stuff that makes your skin glowy and your skin looking amazing in. And so during your treatment, you can get everything from dermaplaning, chemical peels, extractions, high frequency, LED, a combination of all of those things. And we suggest people come at least once a month, but a lot of people come twice a month just to make sure their skin is staying, maintaining its glow.
And I think that's like so perfect for busy people in New York and it's affordable, right? You have like a membership and it's not very expensive.
And that was intentional. So like before Glowbar, facials weren't accessible to...
They're like $300.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's like before you buy product.
Yeah.
And so I didn't think that was fair. And also, I don't think that just because someone has a lot of money, they want to spend a lot of money. And, everyone's discerning about how they spend, the hard worked money. And so I wanted to make it accessible for anyone that could come in. So it's $65 for a non-member and $55 for members. And majority of people have a membership.
Well, yeah, because if you're coming consistently, like why not be a member, right?
Exactly.
And it's perfect because it's only 30 minutes and you're supposed to get facials more frequently, but if they're so expensive, I was going like once a year.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
if at all.
And that doesn't really do much for you then.
No, it's like my grandmother used to say that skincare is like your hygiene, like teeth hygiene.
Yeah,
it's like you're not gonna try to clean, like be the hygienist at home, but you need to go see a professional. And so we want to see you every single month, and that's how you keep like a clean, skin.
Yeah, definitely. And now you have 6 locations, right?
Yep.
That's crazy. So, what was like the time frame from like your first location to like opening up all of these others around the city?
Yeah, so we're on year 3.5. So
wow, so fast.
Yeah, and we were closed for 6 months during COVID.
Pandemic.
Yeah, so we're the team has been clearly working very hard at like growing the business, and we're continuing to grow.
How did the pandemic like affect your business and your growth?
Yeah, it was like, first response would be like it was really hard and really like challenging and scary. But I actually think that every business deserves 6 months to pause and say, hey, we're closed. What's working? What's not? What should we relaunch with? What should we eliminate? How can we be better? What were the pain points? How can we fix them? Like we got to redo our entire operation. And that was like a blessing. So aside from it being hard just because the pandemic was traumatic for all of us, I swear we're all like in PTSD, but don't really realize it yet. Like I know I am, like I don't like to be away from home. But it was for Glowbar, I think a beautiful thing. And we reopened with 2 locations and after being closed for 6 months, and we've been able to continue to grow. So it was hard, but I think like we made the best of it.
And what were like some of those learnings that you took from being closed?
Yeah. Really, it was mainly operational. So a lot of things like we hadn't figured out yet because like any startup, like we were open for 9 months before the pandemic shut down. So it was a lot of like, how do we make sure that our studios look pristine every time someone comes in? How do we make the customer experience even better? Who is right for the roles that we have in studio? When you first hire people, you don't know exactly what you're looking for, even though startups always, we had a strong like confidence in it, but we had no idea what we were doing. We still don't some of the time. And so really identifying like what competencies we needed in each role, who was going to be the best fit, what was really important, what we could eliminate. So it was like really just like the customer experience and employee experience we focused on.
Nice. And like when you were first starting out and even now, how do you like educate people on the concept, get like the word out there and like differentiate yourself from competitors?
It's like the $1 million question and I need your help. So if you have any ideas, anyone and everyone, put in the comments like ideas for Glowbar to get the word out there. So we've grown organically to date.
Wow.
So we have a really small marketing team. It's one woman named Laura. She's been my intern from the beginning and she's grown with us and she's remarkable. So every time you see Glowbar out there, it's mainly due to her and like her creative ideas. So we do a lot of grassroots stuff, a lot of guerrilla marketing, and our customers customer is our best marketing channel. So when you come in and you love your skin and you feel confident in that skin, you share it and you tell people about it. And I say that our customers, like, you know, like I'm a woman, you are too. Like we go to brunch and like someone's like, your skin looks amazing. What are you doing? If I say Glowbar, 6 people at the table are going to book an appointment that week. And so that's what's kept us going. So we're so grateful for our customers. But what we're focusing on right now is really making it clear, like, okay, how is Glowbar different? And making sure that messaging gets out there. So really talking about, we're just 30 minutes. We're just $55 membership. We are professional grade. So we're not fluffy. Like really, you should trust us. Like we are the most effective 30-minute facial on the market. And so that's just requiring us to flex a different muscle instead of just like, hey, we're Glowbar, come in.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, we're Glowbar and this is who we are and this is why you should come in. So I think in 2023, you'll see a lot, like not a big shift. It won't feel like a different brand, but I think we're definitely going to be focusing on like how we actually like market with a strategy and not just like a little bit of like intuition and like reactivity, I would say.
Yeah. And I think the concept for Glowbar is like perfect for like brides to be, like people that we work with, because like I didn't really start caring about my skincare regimen until like before my wedding, like 6 months before, because I was like, oh, I gotta like prep. Yeah. And that's when I started getting like consistent facials. So this is like the perfect thing to do like before that. Yeah. So that's a good audience.
It's funny that you mentioned this because I'm 6 months out from getting married and myself.
Congrats.
Thank you. I emailed Laura, who I just mentioned, and I said, Laura, okay, it's 6 months out. Even I am like, I actually need to make it to my monthly appointment at Glowbar. And I actually like started using some of our like hyperpigmentation products again, just to like make sure that this skin looks as porcelain and glowy on my wedding day as possible. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm falling like I'm like everyone else. I'm like, I've been bad about like going and getting my facials every month. And I'm like now kind of getting back into it. But yeah, brides are our favorite clients also because they're just so excited and they have a natural glow about them. So it helps us.
What are your top skincare do's and don'ts?
Top skincare do's and don'ts. A lot of it. So the do's. Do hydrate. Like I want you drinking
drink water.
Yes. Like I want you drinking 1/3 of your body weight in water. It helps us so much at Glowbar and helps you so much achieve your skincare goals. Do have a simple routine. Stop exfoliating. So I'm going to have a similar do and don't. Do have a simple routine and don't over exfoliate. Over exfoliating.
Like physical or chemical?
Both. Oh. You have to let that skin recharge almost every 30 days. And we see more people come in and say they're sensitive. And we say, actually, you're not sensitive, you're sensitized because what you're doing at home and what you're doing at Sephora and at Ulta and all of these skincare brands selling you these chemical peels and, you know, these glowing tonics and toners are really just sensitizing your skin. So come in and do let us have the opportunity to give you a routine and stick to it and make it simple. It's really not that hard to have a 5-step skincare routine max and have really healthy ongoing skin. And, you know, call it a third don't. I don't know if I got 2 in there, but we'll focus on the positives. The third don't would be like, don't pick at your own skin. Like don't try to do it at home.
I know that is so hard. I'm just starting to get better about it.
Yeah, just don't. I mean, I do it too. By the way, I have like a third eye on my forehead that I've been playing around with every night. So I'm a total hypocrite. But just don't pick at home. Don't try to be an esthetician. Estheticians are brilliant. They're here for you. We've made it accessible for you to come to Glowbar. And just like I mentioned, you wouldn't try to clean your own teeth. Right. Don't try to do your own skin.
Yeah, totally. What are some like misconceptions about facials?
That they hurt. They don't hurt. They don't need to hurt. If they're uncomfortable, say something, raise your hand. Like it shouldn't hurt. That you will break out after sometimes. So that one's like a misconception, as a general statement, but there are some times where if we do a chemical peel that's really going to get stuff up and out of those pores because you're really clogged, you might purge in like the following week, 10 days. And that's really normal, but that's not every single time. It's not going to make your skin worse. Also I think like a misconception is that facials are for women or women identified. Mm-hmm. We have 15% men that come through our doors. Wow. And they love it. They feel welcome. They feel at home. And I think like men are coming more and more. And like, I think more and more will continue to do that.
They should. I mean, my husband just started moisturizing like a month ago.
Bless his heart.
You're getting old. You need to start taking care of your skin.
Yeah, mine won't wear SPF, so we're having a huge struggle at home.
I put it in the lotion because he wouldn't do two things.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we have to just basically like pull a like fast one on them. Okay. He won't even moisturize. So you have a better man than I do because mine will not listen to me.
I was like, you got to start looking young because otherwise people are going to think I'm much younger than you.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Olivia here. Hope you're enjoying our episode. Our Clear Cut collection features fine jewelry pieces inspired and designed with you in mind. Our collection is ever-changing and each piece is handmade and made to order here in New York City. Don't forget to check it out and use the code COZY, COZY, for free shipping on any purchase.
What's your skincare routine?
I stick to a 5-step skincare routine. I have a little bit of a different one, AM and PM. I'll tell you what I did this morning. So AM, I wash with an Environ cream cleanser. So I believe in cream cleansers in the morning, unless if you are a teenage boy or girl that's highly oily and hormonal, and has like a lot of like acne going on. But a cream cleanser from Environ. Then I follow it with Is Clinical's Gen XC serum, which is I don't tone in the morning, by the way, which is a great, to help. It's a vitamin C. Then I use Brightening Complex by Is Clinical, which is another vitamin C. So I kind of like lather it on. I want to have as many antioxidants as possible and help with hyperpigmentation as well. And I follow that with Environ AVST4, which is a retinol.
In the morning?
I sure do. And then I put on Elta MD Tinted SPF. And then I literally have a 3-minute makeup routine and go out the door. At night, it's a little bit different, but just with a stronger retinol, a moisturizer with retinol in it, and eye cream.
And also cream cleanser?
No, I use Is Clinical's cleansing complex, it's a very mild gel like cleanser. It's a cleanser, toner, makeup remover. So it's like a 3-in-1. We use it at all Glowbar wash bars.
Nice. So no like 10, 12 step skincare routine.
No, I mean, if you could see my face, like I'm like, eye roll, like, oh my God, you do not need to do that. And look, if you enjoy it, like this is the caveat.
Yeah.
That if that 5-10 minutes, I think it probably would take longer.
It takes definitely longer.
In your bathroom is like your time. I know moms sometimes are like, I hide in the bathroom. I want my skincare routine to be like 25 minutes because it's the only time I get alone.
Right.
Please do it. Mm-hmm. But if you're doing it because you think that's the only way to have skin that you feel really confident in, like call me, like text me, like get a hold of someone at Glowbar, because it's just unnecessary. My grandmother always believed in simplicity too. That was in the 70s. And I still, this many years later, believe that you can have like a very efficient skincare routine and feel really good about your skin.
Do you think like facials can be effective without extractions?
Yeah, of course. Extractions are like, not everyone needs extractions. And there's a lot of like exfoliants, whether it's chemical or physical, that can help clear those pores out and let them work naturally. Mm-hmm. So remember, we're giving the skin a help when we extract, right? But if we're doing all the right things, keeping that epidermis clear and that dead skin off of it, it's a well-oiled machine, these bodies that we have. And so you don't need to do them. And a lot of people actually don't necessarily believe in them. So yes, the answer is yes. It just depends on preference.
Yeah, totally. So we know that you just got engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I see your beautiful ring. Can you tell us a little bit about your proposal and engagement ring, since we are an engagement ring business?
Yeah. Also, this office is like amazing. I'm like, how many diamonds are in here? And like, how do I look at all of them? Yes. So we got engaged in June.
June?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you. I know it feels like a long time ago, but it wasn't. And the proposal was I swear I manifested him and the proposal because I always I'm not low maintenance, like don't get me wrong, like I know who I am, but I was like, I love like coffee in the morning in bed, and like I always just wanted to get like engaged in bed at our home. And one morning he just came in and like handed me the ring and he was like, will you marry me? And I'm like, yes, perfect. Like, oh my God, this is how I always envisioned it. So it was super casual in that sense. It wasn't like a big hoopla. I don't love, I love attention, but I don't love forced attention. So I'm actually like a little anxious about the wedding because like everyone has to be there for you. That feels a little like nerve-wracking to me. But I was just glad it wasn't like this big moment where my friends were in the bushes and there was a photographer waiting and like, you know, all this like nerve-wracking stuff. So that was perfect. And yeah, it was like everything I wanted.
Amazing. And you have an emerald cut.
Yeah.
Which I personally love a step cut. Very elegant.
Yeah, it's simple.
So besides your engagement ring, what are some special pieces of jewelry that you have that hold like sentimental value or any like special meaning?
Yeah, I wear a ton of jewelry. My rings, besides my engagement ring and like, you know, my mom has gotten me a few pieces that I wear on my hand. My necklaces all have,
they're awesome.
Are all like symbolic. So the necklaces I wear, actually, I have a charm necklace on, and these were all charms that I was given to at birth.
Oh my God.
And so there are 2 R's. Apparently, like I was like this little kid that needed like their initials everywhere. And then these 2 hearts, and I love hearts, and my mom does too. And they're my baby teeth. I would chew on them. So they're like indented now, but these were my baby teeth, and I would just like sit there and chew on them, which is like probably not good for me. But so those are on my charm. And then I have this like gold bar necklace that has 6 diamonds in it. Sorry, 5 diamonds. Oh my God. But they signify my family. So there are 5 of us. And when I went off to college, this was actually a ring. And it was 5 diamonds to signify like our family. So when I went off, and I never wore the ring as much as I wanted to. So I made it into this necklace. And then most recently, I have this diamond necklace on that my soon-to-be mother-in-law gave me as like a welcome to our family. So my necklaces are mainly, and then actually I forgot about this one. Wow, my neck is really full of sentimental value. This long gold,
it's a
herringbone chain, which is very cool now. I can't believe how hip I am. Was my dad gave it to my mom when she converted to Judaism.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I always like go through my mom's like drawers because she always has like cool stuff that like she doesn't think is cool anymore. And I like grabbed this probably like 2 years ago, and I was like, this is so awesome. And she's like, oh, your dad gave it to me when I converted. And I was like, that like is so sentimental. Thank God you didn't bring this to like sell at the gold place or something. So yeah.
And very trendy now too.
I know. Thank God for her. So yeah, those are sentimental, and now I have my beautiful ring.
I'm not sure my mom got anything when she converted to Judaism.
Yeah, well, you got to talk. My dad he knew what to do.
Yes. Awesome. So do you have advice for young women wanting to pursue a career in beauty or skincare, or wanting to, you know, launch a business in the space?
Yeah. I think it pertains to like any industry, but just like ask for help and like reach out. Like I can't tell you how many people like reach out to me on Instagram and are like, I was so afraid to ask for your help, or like could you like advise me? And it's like, you just have to ask. Right. And like, so I don't have like specific like granular advice that's like, you need to like do this on this date and like do like these next steps, but just like go to anyone in your network that you feel comfortable asking for help and tell them your idea or tell them what you're looking to get into. And they might not be able to help you, but they might know someone that does. And I can't tell you, I do this to this day. Like my texts are not with friends. They're with like colleagues that I know that I'm like, hey, I'm trying to figure out how to do X, Y, and Z with Glowbar. Do you know anyone? And they're like, it's not me, but let me ask 4 people. And the next day I know I have like 4 introductions in my inbox. So like, I think like the only reason why Glowbar was able to like really launch was I learned how to ask for help. And like, I would say like, first of all, come to me. Anyone listening, like if you need help, like getting a job or like meeting someone in the industry you're looking for, like just ask around. Like it's all about your relationships. Like Glowbar exists because of my relationships. Like obviously the idea was exciting and great, but like it wouldn't have happened without like all the people that supported it along the way.
Definitely asking for help is super important.
Vital.
And what's next for Glowbar and for you? Any new exciting like projects or things that we can look forward to?
Nationwide expansion.
Wow.
Like we're not playing it small. That was never the intent. And we will be growing into markets that have been asking us for a while.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I'm really excited to see how Glowbar grows and excited to be a customer.
Thank you. Appreciate the time.
And where can people follow you and book an appointment.
Yeah, follow Glowbar or go to glowbar.com to book an appointment. We just got our URL. We're very excited about it.
Amazing.
We used to be Get Glowbar. So we're all very excited to drop the Get. And then you can, follow Glowbar first and foremost. But I'm also at Rachelista and love talking to strangers who become friends.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Thanks.
Chatting with Rachel was so much fun. I loved learning about her journey starting Glowbar and their 30-minute facials. I can't wait to try it out myself. What do you guys think? Would you try out a 30-minute facial?